All right, take two, Monday morning quarterback, episode 93. Facebook Live was all jacked up. I apologize for that. When I tried to log in and do it, the whole back end was different. I went to the classic view. That switched me to my personal account. There was no sound. So we're off to a rocky start, but we are live now. Hope you guys have all had a fantastic start to your week. It appears to me that you guys can hear me through my OBS studio. So if you can't, let me know, but I think you can hear me now. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you've had a great start to your week. And hope you're staying busy. A little bit of downtime, more downtime than us racers are used to, and we're just having to adjust and deal with it. And last week we talked about some of the things you can do to stay busy during this downtime, and we hope you guys have started to knock some of those off your list. I know I have, and hopefully before long we're back at the racetrack. So tonight we have a special guest, and I am going to dial him up and get him on the line so we can talk all things pit logic. Is this Kevin Crum?
This is me. How are you?
Good. Thank you for joining us. We had some technical difficulties there to get started, but I think we're all good now.
Sounds good.
So Kevin is on the line with us. He is the developer of the Pit Logic app, and we have some really cool new features and just a lot of new things Pit Logic. So wanted to get Kevin on the line to let us know what he's been up to, and then I'm kind of going to walk us through a little tutorial of all the new things Pit Logic and the new website and all the things. So Kevin, tell us a little bit about all the coding you've been doing for Pit Logic here the past few months.
Yeah, no problem. All of the features are kind of related in one way. They're kind of a answer to the feedback that we were getting when we were talking to people at the Tulsa Shootout and at the Chili Bowl with their experiences with Pit Logic. And kind of the overriding number one thing we're hearing back was, hey, we really like the features. It would be nice if it was just a little less complicated and a little easier to use and more intuitive. And so we took that to heart, and we redesigned a whole bunch of things and how you use it and what it tracks, and then we tried to make it in as many different places as possible, showing you what's going on inside the program.
Awesome. So yeah, we did get some great feedback from you all, and we certainly appreciate that feedback. And the only way we can make the app better is to continue to get that feedback and work through those things, because without it, it always seems cool to us, right? So one of the new things that we released with Pit Logic, and tonight's the night of technical difficulties. My screen mirroring for my phone doesn't want to work now. Let's see here. Nope, it's all on. One of the new things that we did was a new website, and we never really had a Pit Logic specific website before, so you can find that at pitlogic.com. And the new website has all sorts of cool things. The coolest, in my opinion, is Kevin's son Chance built a bunch of awesome tutorial videos for us, and so there's 20 of them. And he has them numbered 1 through 20. So if you're new to Pit Logic, you can start with watching the first one, and it's going to walk you through how to set up your account, and then every cool little feature with Pit Logic that is going to help you along the way. And if you click on that, any of those tutorials, it's going to take you to our YouTube page where you can see them. So the number 1 video is kind of general navigation, and so if you were to click on that, it's going to walk you through all of the stuff, Pit Logic navigation, and you can see this is just a 38-second video. So pretty much all the videos on there are 30 seconds to a minute and a half, And so pretty quickly you can get up to speed on all the intricacies of the app and how it can best help your race program. So if we were to go back to the website, we also added a forum. And so the forum, it's a little old school. Don't see a ton of forums anymore, but we wanted a place where the users could share setups with one another, ask questions, get answers either from us or other users. And so all that can be found on the website, the forum. And then the setup codes, which are race-proven setups either from us, our customers, manufacturers we work with. So you see a lot of my personal quarter midget setups. On the micro side, you see setups that have been provided to us from Hyper, D1, Farrell. There's some junior sprint setups. We got some sprint car and midget setups. So those are all there for you to see as well. So a lot of cool new features as far as that is concerned. And we basically wanted just to have an area to kind of corral all of the Pit Logic things. So I'm going to try to restart my screen mirroring app here to see if I can get that to work so I can walk you through it. I tested it ahead of time and it was working great, and now it doesn't want to. So
while you're doing that, the Pit Logic videos, you mentioned that there's 20 of them, each of them like 1 to 2 minutes long. And the purpose of them is to take a section of the program. So there's about 4 videos that work with the setups, how to create and start new setups. There's another one that's how to do your data entry, and there's another how to share and so on. Then there's a couple of videos on the tires. There's a couple of videos on parts management. There's a video on using the gear chart or doing the RPM functions. So there's all kinds of things in there, but they're quick. And so it's easy to get in there and get some examples of what you need to do to get it going.
Yeah. I can't get my screen mirror to work. Everything went to hell in a handbasket with Facebook's new live thing. So I'll keep trying to get that working. In the meantime, I'm going to push forward and just explain some of the things that we're able to do with these new features. And if I can't get it to work, I will get a quick little video put together tomorrow and share it.
I can talk about a couple of the things if you want.
Sure.
One of the things that's new is just kind of the philosophy of how you get the app and then how you get a subscription. In the past, when you downloaded the app and you started to use features, you had to know how to use the features right away. Now, when you download the app, the first time you run it, a tutorial will pop up, and there's a series of tutorial screens that walk you through what the app is, how the menu works, what the different sections are, and so on. And you can kind of scroll through the tutorial. You can close it and come back to it at any time if you want. But in addition, the app is now free to download. That's kind of a big change. And you have 2 weeks before you need to get one of the 3 monthly subscriptions. Where before, the app was $9.99 to download, and then you needed to sign up for the subscription right away. Now you have 2 weeks to look at the program, get comfortable with it, look at the tutorials, see how valuable it's going to be for your race program, and then pick the subscription that's right for you.
Yeah, and so the 3 subscription levels, they start at $9.99 a month, and that first subscription level gets you everything the app does. It's 100% horsepower of the app. You can download setup codes. You can use every part of the app. What the next 2 get you are kind of personalized CSI concierge service, we'll say. The silver, we will manage your shock content for you if you're a CSI customer as far as uploading all your shock data. And then the gold, we'll do that as well as analyze setups for you. But the one that's $9.99 a month does everything you need it to do, and certainly that's what a lot of our users use. So if you want some of those other features, they're available to you. But the $9.99 gets you everything you want. So I've given up hope on my screen mirroring. I'm pretty bummed. I tested it out and it's not working. So not a good night for.
What are the other items?
What's
that?
that?
I was going to mention was, that we got feedback on, and you and I had a special name for it. I don't know if we give names on the air, but when you open up an app for a setup, there are over 100 fields that we're looking at for each setup, and we discovered that not everybody uses all the fields. So we've given it really easy process to pick which fields you want to see. So when you look at a setup, you can go to the action menu, hit pick fields, and choose easy, medium, or expert, and then it will pare down or expand how many of the setup fields you look at. If you go to the easy one, it'll basically show 4 to 5 variables for each corner of the car. The medium one adds more, and the expert version adds them all. And you can also manually pick which ones you want to see. And then that'll stick for all of your setups in that template.
Yeah, so that's the Kevin Studley feature. We'll go ahead and throw him under the bus. He said he just wanted the app for, I don't remember what he said, air pressure and stagger or something silly like that. So if that's really all you want to record on your setups, that is all you need to record. The other cool features are, and I'm going to do a little video because I'm mad that this isn't working, but the other cool features are tire lists. You can now share those. So if you're a crew chief and your tire guy does all the tires in Pit Logic, he can share those with you. That's really simple, one touch. You just give it a 4-character code, and then you can share that code. And a personal favorite of mine is Kevin has greatly enhanced the weather portion of the setup. So if you're in a setup and you long hold the weather field, it'll automatically bring in the weather at your current location. If it's the first time you've done it, you have to authorize the app to know your location. If you're running from the FBI or something, you might not want to do that. But otherwise, you can let it know your location, and it'll bring that into your setup. And then in the notes field, you can click on the weather button. It'll bring in really detailed weather, which is great for engine tuning and all that. So it'll bring in a bunch of detailed weather for exactly where you're located. That kind of covered most of the new stuff, and I'm sorry that my screen sharing has gone bonkers, but I will put together a short little video and get that posted tomorrow to our Facebook page. Also, there's a new Pit Logic Facebook page where Chance is answering questions and giving a bunch of cool feedback to customers and cool things. So if you're not following the Pit Logic Facebook page, definitely do that, because in the future that's what we're going to push to post all things Pit Logic is there. So definitely check into that. And we have a couple questions. Eric Long, is there a video that shows on the items you can enter what fields, put them in order? Like on springs, I had to enter 0 before a 2. I don't know that I follow that. Is there a video that shows the items you can enter on what fields, put them in order? So if you have a bunch of springs, you want them sorted by rate? Is that your question? I don't know if that's an option. Kevin, you might know that. If a guy had a bunch of springs listed, how you can sort them by rate in your parts field?
We actually don't have sorting individually parts other than alphabetically by the name. So I see what he's saying is he's used a 0 to do that. So that's something we'll definitely add to the wish list. And the same goes with Mark's question. Mark asked, in the parts, he's trying to keep track of how many laps and events he has on an engine. But then once he gets that engine refreshed, he would like to reset those counters. And that's another good item left to add to the wish list. Okay. I have a way around that, Mark. I'll send that to you offline. But we'll make it so it's easier in the future.
Cool. So all that feedback is great, and we keep implementing that into the app and trying to add more and more things to bring as much value to the people that use it. I know it's helped me tremendously as I've tried to organize things with my personal race team. You get busy, and it's nice to have it all there in your pocket at all times. So it doesn't take a lot of time to get get the stuff entered in initially, and once you do, it's like a breeze to use it week to week. So certainly right now, as we're in this downtime, if you've never used it, I think it's a great time to download it, take advantage of that free 14 days, and get all your stuff entered in there. You can backdate setups, so you can enter all your setups from last year, and you'll have a wealth of knowledge right there in your phone or on your tablet, and certainly will be beneficial once we get going here. Sam's proud to see me supporting this. I'm supporting it because the Gambler died last week, and then Joe Diffie, so it's a rough week for country music, but cool throwback Jonathan Davenport did. Vendors don't matter, but we'll pretend they do. Hunter Rayborn is going to be racing TQ Midgets this season. If you don't have the gear chart you want, shoot me a private message and we can get that added. So we just added some for some mini sprint guys, and I don't know with this rear end that you have, if you can send us over what that looks like, we can definitely get it added. That's not a big deal. But I'm not familiar with the 588 Acro rear end, so. Eric Long, are you seeing his question there, Kevin?
Yep, he says under parts it sorts them by the short code field. So with the other feedback you put earlier there, Eric, that's what I'll add is the ability to choose what order you're sorting it by, or choose what column. Kind of like in the gear charts. If you look at a chain-based gear chart, you can click the top of a column and sort it by engine gear or axle gear or final drive, and it'll have a little circle to show you which one it's sorted by. I'll do the same thing to the parts list.
Cool. I'm going to hang up on Kevin here, but don't log off. The only reason I'm saying that is I think my screen mirroring might not be working because I'm on a call. So I'm going to hang up with Kevin. I'll try the screen mirroring one more time. If it doesn't work, I'll continue to answer your questions. But we certainly appreciate Kevin being on and all the cool work he is doing on Pit Logic. So let's see. Yep. How about that? It's going to work now. Cool. So briefly, I will walk you guys through how this works. So here is the new home screen. Fancy, cool home screen. The tutorials Kevin was talking about is down here. I'm a few screens in. But if you go back to the beginning, it takes you screen by screen, how to choose the level of subscription you want, and then basically how to do everything in the app. So really cool, handy. It's always there at the bottom, so if you skip it, you just want to get in and start entering stuff, you can always refer back to that. Up here in the top left, you can close it. So that's really cool. Also, Kevin's added some hint screens. So throughout the app, if you're somewhere where you've never been before, it'll give you this hint screen where you can get some more information about it. You can turn it off down here at the bottom if you don't want to get these anymore, if you're kind of been through the app and you know what you need to know, or you can just close it and then it'll pop up next time you're in a new area. So that's really cool. Another area is on your tire list. You can now share this tire list with a 3-digit code, and you could share it to, or excuse me, a 4-digit code. You can share it to somebody on your race team. So that's cool, something we talked about. And my favorite is on the setups. We'll create a new setup. If you're, darn it, non-wing. So create a new setup. If you long hold the weather, It's going to give you that it's 49 and mostly clear here in Indiana right now. And then if you go to the notes and you want to add a note and you hit the little sunshine button up here, you can see it's going to give you very detailed humidity, wind, dew point, everything. So that's really cool. You can add that to your notes throughout the night. When you hot lap, you can add the weather, etc. So that's a really cool feature that Kevin has added. So who knew that I just needed to kick Kevin off to get the screen share to work? Kevin added, I was glad to have him on, he added a bunch of neat things there for us. So does anybody else have any questions relating to Pit Logic or anything else I can answer? More than happy to take care of that for you. Those of you that signed up for our online shock seminar, that's going to go on Saturday at noon. So totally free. It's going to be an in-depth seminar, same as I would do if you were here in our shop. And we're doing that through Zoom. So if you haven't signed up, shoot me an email that you want to get on, and we will get you added. And then probably tomorrow you'll get an email with all the information for that Zoom webinar we're going to do on Saturday. And looking forward to bringing that to you guys. So I'm glad your feelings aren't hurt, Kevin. All right. Well, we hope you guys had a fantastic start to your week. Continue to have a great week. Let's keep our heads up. We'll all get through this together, and we will be back racing soon. Before all this happened, I went on a vacation, and I was like, man, I need to recharge my batteries, and I left vacation like just chomping at the bit and rejuvenated and ready to get to the racetrack and kick butt. And now we're having this long delay, so it's really making me miss racing. But we're using this time as productively as we can to refine some things and develop some new products. So we'll have some cool new releases available once we get back racing. But certainly appreciate all your support. Every order is helping keep us going. Please like and share our videos. A little side note, I spent a few hours today and I uploaded every Monday morning quarterback to our YouTube channel. I was behind about a couple dozen episodes maybe. For a while I couldn't get these live videos to download, but they're all previous 92 episodes are on our YouTube page. So go there and subscribe to that. If you have friends that aren't Facebookers but want to watch Monday Morning Quarterback, they're all on YouTube. So again, thank you guys for all your support. It means a lot, and I look forward to catching up with you all soon. Take care.